or unexpected. For example, heart-wrenching pain the family members of actress Natasha Richardson know all too well. For example, the actress died last week after falling during a skiing trip. In light of this high-profile incident, we decided to ask an expert the best ways to deal with unexpected loss of a friend or family member. Please welcome marriage and family therapist George James for the Council for Relationships. Hi, George.
How you doing, Bill?
This is not an easy subject to approach, and it's one nobody ever wants to or expects to have to deal with. So where do you start?
You know, dealing with loss is just painful, period. But then when it's unexpected, it's really overwhelming because it's a shock. You don't know that it was going to happen. You expected the person to be there longer, and now it happens. So one of the first things is to try to acknowledge it and take your time with it. You know, sometimes, especially in this particular case, they're celebrities, so now they might be forced to kind of deal with it really quickly. But no, take your time, deal with the privacy, acknowledge that it happened.
There's no easy way or fast way to get through it.
No, especially when you have so many things to think about, because you already thought about next year's vacation. You thought about if it was a child that passed, you thought about them being older. And so now when it's unexpected, you have to deal with all those visions of the future as you go through the steps.
Are there different stages of grief that you should expect to go through, or maybe someone that you know who is dealing with a loss like this will experience?
Yeah, definitely. Every loss goes through a certain set of stages, and it's important to allow yourself to go through those stages. Starting with the denial. This didn't happen. I can't believe this happened. And then going to the anger, being upset it happened, maybe upset at God or yourself or the person. Or then the bargaining. And when bargaining is where you try to say, well, if this person can get better, I'll be so happy, or I'll be a better person. But in this particular situation, when it's unexpected, you don't get a chance to bargain. You just have to kind of deal with it right away. The other parts are depression and then finally acceptance. Now, they can happen at any time, but those are the major stages that people go through.
I would expect people to deal with this in different ways. Some probably internalize it all. Is that okay to deal with it in your own way, or do you need to seek out other people, actually talk to them about what you're feeling?
Well, you're right. People deal with it in different ways, but no matter what, I would want people to find ways to express your story. So whether that's journaling, which it could be a private way, whether that's through prayer, or whether that's through sharing your story with family and loved ones. The other ways that you can do that is find ways to kind of celebrate the person that you lost, whether that's donating to a charity in their name or going forward with something that you know that they would be proud of you if you did. The last thing is maybe get the help and support that you need. So that could be a minister, a rabbi, it could be a friend or family, or it could be a counselor or therapist, somebody that can be with you as you go through all those stages, especially as you're dealing with something that's so shocking, so overwhelming, and so tragic.
Good thoughts, a difficult subject to walk through. George James from Council for Relationships. Thank you, George.
Thank you very much.
Always good to see you.
Appreciate it.
All right, Lori Wilson, changing gears and